nothing says kicking a guy in the face quite like a little guitar rock.
Yeah! I don't like this guy's toes on that guy's cheek. I'll kick you so hard I'll knock your Griffin tattoo to your other side. Oh, jeez. I'm already uncomfortable.
This is UFC Undisputed 3, the third UFC Undisputed game.
Say what you will about this guy right here. I'm pointing to myself.
Uh-huh.
I find this...
Mr. Caravello, we call him.
Yeah, I find this... Mr. Caravello's my dad. He finds this fascinating.
Okay,
I find this brutal.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is a little bit. It's not like it used to be. You know, there's a lot more safety in mind, and
this doesn't look safe.
It's, I mean, guys get hurt, but you know, like, it's. I mean, do you feel the same way about boxing?
No.
So this is on the path, and maybe it's not quite there yet, but with what they're doing to it over the years to make it safer for the people that participate in it, it is going to get to that point where it is just boxing. It used to be a lot. I
mean, boxing...
A lot crazier.
Yeah, well, that's when I watched it, and it was like, I watched it for maybe, or I shouldn't say watched, I was aware of it for maybe like the first 2 or 3 years, the Hoist Gracie years.
Yeah, there was some ridiculous bloody fights.
And I watched the first one where they put like some big dude, like just some gigantic dude up against some like Taekwondo man.
Yeah.
And he just basically kicked him in the head, and dude's tooth went flying, and dude just dropped.
That was the best. And I wish it was like that.
And I was like, because when I saw it, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be like Street Fighter. This is a Honda versus Ken.
Right, exactly.
And then it was like, oh no, I don't want to watch this ever again. I think that guy's dead.
Yeah. And that was part of what made it awesome, was because it was these different styles colliding. These days, everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, but you know, people understand the basics of it, and it feels like it's kind of become a fighting style unto itself.
Are they shoot wrestling,
fighting,
shamrock,
cage fighting, whatever I don't know what the proper term is.
Mixed martial arts.
They are MMA fighters. They are ultimate fighters.
They are the ultimate fighters. Okay.
This year they've added Pride, which was all
right.
They didn't have Pride.
Is that a different group of people?
Yeah, Pride. It was a Japan-based organization.
Oh, those guys are crazy.
That had some just rude business going on, man. We'll start with Pride. It took place in like a boxing ring, or a 4-sided ring, like not a cage. And they had some different rules about how things went, but they were just, you know, man, you just get those Pride DVDs, and they were just killer. They were so awesome.
Ropes made out of barbed wire, and there's just shattered glass on the floor.
Yeah, pretty much. No, it was nothing crazy like that. It was pretty standard stuff ultimately. But UFC bought Pride, and as a result, now you know they can bring these guys in. So you end up with the roster, but then you end up with some kind of younger versions of some of the fighters. So there are multiple versions of some guys in the game. You got like a Pride version of a dude.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. So you see this. This is like Pride version of Vanderlei Silva, or at least they put the Pride logo there, which signifies he was a Pride fighter at some point. I don't know if multiple versions of every single fighter in here, but it's the basic idea.
And he's a known man.
Yeah.
Gosh, that guy's just jumping on that other guy. Just gonna punch him in the face.
Yeah. Yes.
You get to pick your referee?
No, not for Pride. For Pride, you know, this screen's also in the UFC fights, but you have options there. For this one, it's just here's the Pride referee and the Saitama Super Arena, which is the only Pride arena. It's the only Pride arena, I think. I don't know. They might have all taken place in the same spot. I'm not sure.
Do you know enough to recognize if they will have like Pride specific like text treatments and overlays and announcers and stuff?
I think so. I don't know that they have the announcers.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they actually don't. But
was it a Japanese like airing? Like it would air in Japan with Japanese announcers? and stuff?
But when it would come over here, they would redub it with English commentary.
That guy, sassy look.
Yeah.
That's cool. In Japanese.
Yeah.
What's that?
They say it in both languages. He says the thing, and then the translator says it too.
Hey, I'll give it points for that.
Yeah. That is how they did it.
That guy, his shirt might be too long to reveal that he just has really short shorts on.
Yeah, maybe that is a little weird.
Gosh, those sets.
There was a while that I was never like super up on any kind of MMA stuff. I would watch it here and there, like when it was available. But this seems accurate to me of what I remember of Pride, of the announcers.
Why would they make that up?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy fights for THQ.
But see, he would not be wearing the new THQ logo for sure. Unless they still, I don't think they do Pride anymore. I don't think it continues to exist. I can't. Again, I don't really.
The crowd looks great here.
Yeah.
Like these shots.
Oh yeah,
the crowd
really
looks
nice.
Fantastic.
I want to say that intros. I mean, the intros are a lot more involved in the UFC section. So yeah, that is pretty much the Pride overlay.
And then that's
more or less how that stuff looked.
Are we gonna get that crazy guy again?
No.
Oh. I like this. I like this presentation so far.
Yeah.
Oh man. Look at that guy. Look at it. That looks great. He's just staring that guy down.
Yep.
Smiling. Yeah, those stadium shots look really good.
Oh. Oh, so dude, they totally.
Yeah, those are
Jesus,
guys.
they have Boss Rutan in this game. Great. So yes, these, yeah, dude, that's pretty serious. So the buttons are organized in a Tekken-like fashion: left, right, punch, kick. Mm-hmm. But there are a lot of buttons, you know, that kind of change things up from there. You can kind of hold down the left bumper for signature moves. You can hold down the left trigger to alter the height at which you kick. So for kicks, it comes in low. For punches, they're body shots when you're holding the trigger.
Okay.
And then on the right side, you got your block high, block low. But then if I hit the left trigger and in on the right stick, I shoot in for the takedown. And then from there, the game's got some new controls this year. For how you transition around once you're in these positions. So the basic concept is you have minor transitions and major transitions. And minor transitions are easier to accomplish, but they don't get you as far. So you're trying to get past that guy's leg so you can really kind of just get up on him and really do some damage.
And you did? You got
and so, but he got me back into, I guess that's, I don't even know the names of the positions.
Downward dog.
Yeah, that's the one. So there we go. See, now I'm in the full mount, and I can hold any direction on the left stick and try and get loose here. Oh, see, he transitioned back. But if I can get loose here, you can block transitions. There's a lot going on.
A lot of blood on the mat there.
I'm hitting him pretty hard here. Okay, so yeah, I break loose there and get a couple of shots in. I'm just going to go for a submission at this point. See if I can get it.
Now he pushed you back?
Yeah, he's pushed me back into a lesser position.
All right,
so I just give up this position and stand up if I want.
There are rope rules and.
I'm not sure what the rope. I think if you're on the ground and you get under the rope in Pride, they reposition you in the center of the ring.
Okay.
But they don't actually help you. You get back in the exact same position you were in.
Oh wow!
They don't stand you back up or anything like that.
What? What?
Boss Rutan was in GTA 4. You remember the GTA 4? They were talking about was it like the Man Show or Man World or whatever it was?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
and Boss Rutan did all the motion capture for the fighting too.
Huh. Wait, in GTA 4?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you can do that?
That's how you. Yeah. So it's.
Doesn't seem very sporting.
Well, you know, you kind of have to prove that he's not able to defend himself. So you go in with a couple of soft shots at the end. I think that's kind of optional.
Okay.
I imagine that I imagine the fight would have just ended either way right there. So the control change that they've made is that those major and minor transitions I was talking about used to be like half circles with the right stick, or or quarter circles, basically. Not quite half circles, but pretty close to it. And they have that's now the pro control scheme. They also have the amateur control scheme, where you just tap up for minor and down for major, which is much easier to do, but you lose the ability. So the difference, and it's probably a pretty minor difference. I think the amateur control seems fine it's probably going to be fine for most players. Is that when you had the full motion to do the transition, you could kind of cock it up and fake it a little bit, because it didn't execute until you did the full motion.
Okay.
But there were animations that led up to it.
And then that would
In
fake
amateur,
the other guy out?
you'd kind of fake the other guy out and get him to try to defend against the transition, and then not do the transition and instead hit him in his damn face.
Okay.
With the amateur control scheme, you just make that tap and it does it. There's no...
Gotcha.
It doesn't seem like there's any way to fake it or anything like that.
Man, you destroyed that man's head.
Yeah, I hit him a lot. It defaults to beginner, which is, so these fights are going to be relatively easy, which is good because I'm going to be talking. So let's do another exhibition here.
How much of this stuff, like how quickly do you get on the ground? Is that a big part of
It
this?
kind of depends on what you want to do. I mean, and some fighters are going to be better strikers. You get your kickboxers that are kicking guys in the head. That you kind of want to keep them up, but then you have guys that are better at getting submissions and that sort of stuff. And in those cases, those fights normally go to the ground.
From what I was watching when I saw the UFC stuff or whatever, was everything wound up on the ground, and if you didn't know how to fight on the ground, you were lost cause.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Now these days, everyone is well-rounded enough to
support themselves
in these different situations. You don't end up with
just a boxer.
You just end up with like Tank Abbott. Who's just, if he catches you just right, it's going to be great for him, but otherwise, no chance.
Yeah, like there were just dudes that were just like literally just boxers. Just boxers.
Yeah, exactly.
I have no. And once you're like on my back choking me, I don't know what to do.
I'm a boxer. I don't know. This isn't legal in the one that I'm good at. So.
And now this is UFC?
This is UFC.
Look at all those lights. Is this fake?
No.
Is that a real thing?
That's a real thing.
Okay.
This is all pretty authentic. This is how all these people sound. You get to see the announcers in a couple of spots, like they do weigh-ins and stuff, and you see Joe Rogan. But he doesn't look as red and as tired as he does in real life whenever he's doing one of these. He always looks like he hasn't slept in about 5 days.
Fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. He is the former UFC light heavyweight champion.
Well, that's pretty good. Science.
Yeah. Science.
Tops.
I think a lot of these are their real sponsors too.
Sure. Who the hell's gonna
there are a
get
couple
Tops?
guys that are sponsored by the Gun Shop, that place in Vegas. And it's just like, here's a picture of an AK-47. It's just like the Gun Shop, Las Vegas, California. So
And that's real. I would think that was fake. If I saw that.
That is absolutely real. That is a real referee. That's a real.
That's a real girl. She really blew that at you.
Yeah.
It's for me. It's for me.
So I kind of hold out here, tap gloves before the fight starts.
Or just start kicking dudes.
Oh, geez, what is happening here? I was busy thinking about this glove tapping thing, and now the situation has changed.
There are a lot of sponsorships going on all over the place.
That is.
Holy crap!
Yeah, you are right about that. Oh, jeez, that was a.
Camera, I want to look at that camera angle right there. I want to switch to that cam.
Oh, come on.
Is he trying to suplex you?
Yeah, a little bit. Not quite. Not.
Just kind of roll you on the
Just
ground.
trying to throw me over there. Like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Like I did. Just hit him. I just want to hit him.
And so that was intentional. That's what the move you were trying to do.
Yes, that was the move I was trying to do, and I did it.
Cool.
Basically.
Oh, jeez. Oh, just like getting some elbow in there and.
Oh, that's bad.
Don't get punched in the face. Oh.
So normally the game doesn't have any meters. The bodies up there in the corners and the meters at the bottom are not there by default.
You turn them on?
I turn them on.
Can you headbutt? Is that illegal?
I think that might be illegal. I'm not sure. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so when you play against a better fighter than what I did in the last fight, even on beginner, it'll do something. So I've just got to basically just try and keep. There we go.
So do you, when you're on the ground like this, you've got punches. Obviously, do you have knees and stuff like that? Do they give you controls for that?
Yeah, depending on the position. Yeah, it'll.
Okay, so it's all kind of contextual. Oh, jeez.
Oh man.
Nice.
There we go. Wait.
Oh. Talking
You know
about, they're all
what?
bleeding and guts are on the floor.
I don't think I'm controlling either fighter. I think
What?
I might have not.
Pick the dude.
That might be why that all happened
You're just
so
gonna
fast.
put
I'm
the
just
stick
gonna
down and
I'm
let
gonna
this go?
Button past this and double check, but if they both move, yeah, dude. All right. It's funny because I was trying to do that throw when that throw happened.
So that these are two. This
This
AI.
is AI. This is AI. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so they're just kind of flipping back and forth here. The controls are pretty easy to understand, you know, especially if you've been playing it for a while. You know, it hasn't really changed too dramatically. They have a really good tutorial, though, that lets you just pick up what the different things do. And, you know, it's... I feel like you really don't need to know that much about actual UFC to kind of understand the basics of what you're trying to do. But it does, if you do know it, then you'll know, like, hey, this is a good position to try to attempt a submission from and that sort of stuff. Oh.
There's something about this that is, I think, for me, just not arcadey enough that makes it seem that much more devastating. It's just.
It's not a very arcadey game.
No,
you know?
I'm not saying it's bad.
Right.
I think in a good way for what represent what this is, but it's like, you know, it's not a lot of like slow motion punches, like.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like dudes just banging elbows into your forehead and cuts are opening up and.
You know, it's like you get like shins banging off each other if you both attempt to kick with the opposite legs at the same time and stuff. That just like, it looks like it probably hurt. It all looks like it probably hurt.
Yeah, and like the blood is not like just spraying out. It's just, you know,
It's
cuts are opening up and seeping. And
yeah.
Weeping wounds. Oh, yeah. I mean, if dudes want to get in a ring and fight it out, do what you want. You know, do what you like.
Yeah.
I gotta try and shut it down.
But it's not for you.
I don't know, man. It makes me a little queasy.
I think, you know, my problem with watching a lot of the, you know, I don't watch a lot of the pay-per-views, but when I do get them, is that a lot of the fights are just kind of boring. The last one I watched, though, like, dude got kicked in the head and just crumpled.
Oh, really?
It was like, slump, it was like done. There's no run over, try and hit him a few more times. After that, it was just like, this fight is over.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I definitely respect a lot the athleticism and the skill that goes into this, but taking it out on another human,
Right.
It's
Well, that's one of the things is they're getting, like, as the sport matures and stuff, like, they're getting just better pure athletes. Like, the guys that, might get funneled off into boxing and stuff like that before, like, boxing is just not interesting.
right.
Like, I imagine there are fewer people, like, getting into boxing these days, and a lot of them are getting funneled off into this. And
But like, how long until these guys come in with like weapons, and it's basically like a sword or something like that?
I would love to watch that. But at that point, I don't think you need world-class athletes for it.
no, dudes. Well, you'll get.
What you need for that, you want prisoners.
You just want Shiv fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Like, I mean, like, at what point is this Soul Calibur? And then what point do you? Well, I guess at what point do you get the real fighting?
Well,
and then what point do you get the fake Soul Calibur? People coming in like peacock dresses and giant bows.
I don't know. I mean, they're not dying in the ring. Like, people are having lengthy careers.
Aren't they? Aren't they though? Has anybody died
Dying
in the
little
ring?
by little. Someone probably has died in the ring. I actually don't know.
They just cover it up. They go to commercial.
Right.
Like, wow, looks like he's gonna be in the hospital for a bit. That's probably a career ender.
Oh, he caught a real bad cold, and oh, jeez, he didn't make it. The cold was real bad.
Because, yeah, I don't know. This seems pretty rough. You're saying
It is rough, but like they're.
You want fighting for your freedom. You want prisoners who are on death row
exactly
to fight their way out.
Like I said, they're careful enough that they stop fights if there's like blood in someone's eye and they're not going to be able to see shots coming in.
That's good.
Like they stop and let them clean up. They're tapping out if the submissions are going to break a guy's arm. Like arms aren't getting broken on the regular.
Okay, not purposely.
Right, exactly. Like I think I saw a guy's elbow get popped out of its socket once, and that was. I mean, I've seen broken bones before because before they were a little more hands off with the officiating. And so you'd have situations where fights weren't getting stopped, and
I mean,
it's the right thing to do, but on a brutality and interest level, like car crash level, like the fighting is a little less interesting on that brutality level. Like now, I think the current UFC fan needs to be able to appreciate kind of the technical nature of the fighting, and just the toughness of someone's jaw to be able to take these shots and keep coming, or just. You just watch guys get kicked in the shins just for 10 minutes, and you're just like, Jesus Christ. It's bruising up before the end of the fight even, and you'll even see some of that in the game. You see, guys' bodies just get ripped up. But yeah, a lot of fights go to decision as well. So, you end up with both guys able to stand up and walk out of there under their own power.
I do think what this has shown me in the time that I've watched is I mean, basically, you don't see fights like this break out on the street. So, you either watch boxing or you watch movies where fights are just like kung fu men going at it. And like this kind of showed me of like a lot of, in a fight, it's going to wind up on the ground because people are going to clinch at some point.
Yeah.
Probably going to go to the ground, and it's going to be a lot of close quarter stuff. And it's not just going to be dudes. Like, you're not just going to put Jean-Claude Van Damme in the ring with one of these dudes, and he's not going to be all crazy like spin kicks.
Yeah, he's going to be as careful as possible.
Yeah.
There are people, I mean, there are people busting out roundhouse kicks and stuff like that. Like, not a ton of it. But
like, you miss with one of those, and dude's going to shoot in and like take you to the ground.
He's going to drill you. Absolutely.
Oh, it's got 50% of his head left. That's it.
All right, how about I control a fight? What do you say?
Sure. Now that we've spectated.
I'm not sure if it says something about the game or about me that I was able to go that long without being able to figure out, like, wait a minute, this isn't quite...
Well, that's the part of me watching it is like, I kind of want to know how much of that is being able to execute exactly what you want to do.
It is 100% that, but there are defenses in place to stop a lot of that. So if someone tries to transition up, like try to get past the guard and when they're on the ground, like the other player just needs to kind of hold right on the right stick
and
to try to block that.
And that's usually intuitive to what's happening on screen?
It's a learning process. You really have to kind of know what the transitions look like when they start and where it's going to go. But yeah, once you learn what to look for and that sort of stuff, it becomes a guessing game like any kind of fighting game, really. You're like, okay, they're probably going to do this. I need to block here, 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 and here,
Right.
and go for it here. So let's try the heavyweight fighters. I haven't really done a lot of heavyweight fight. I don't really like the heavyweights in real life. It's just not.
So they tire out a little more easily. So if you
But I do like Cain Velasquez.
if two men
Uh-huh.
were to agree to fight to the death,
Uh-huh.
do you think they should be allowed to do that and televise it? Everybody agrees. There's a purse, and it's a fight to the death.
Probably not. I don't know.
You think there should be a
I think
line
there's
somewhere?
probably a line somewhere, yeah.
What if they just live stream it on YouTube?
That's fine then. That's the premise of that Stone Cold Steve Austin movie. Is that
Oh,
they
really?
live stream an island full of ex-cons that have to,
Oh,
last man standing.
right.
Condemned, it was called.
Yeah. There was a while there, I feel like there were a couple of island full of prisoner movies.
Battle Royale, the high school kids.
Well, but then there was another one, I thought. Maybe I'm thinking of the Stone Cold one, where they just shunt off dudes. The Battle Royale wasn't prisoners, though. They were just
Kids.
kids.
Yeah.
Got going to school, man.
Yeah.
The movie's weird.
Did you ever watch the sequel?
No.
I never did either.
I'm not even sure I was aware of one.
Yeah.
I don't remember much from that movie. I remember a girl getting it through the eye with a crossbow or something. Did that happen?
That sounds about right. I really like that movie.
I should watch it again.
Movie. Smearing goo on his face there.
Yeah, like those. You want those punches to slide off.
Yeah. So they got pretty good intros in the game. They got highlight reel stuff where you can kind of take some things from your previous fights. It'll kind of auto-save a lot of that stuff if you want to go back and watch some of that.
A lot of women in the crowd.
Yeah, that seems...
Yeah?
Yeah. It seems pretty split. Well, I don't know.
Maybe it's just the front row, like their wives and
Yeah, maybe.
girlfriends and stuff. This seems like, I don't know if this is real or not, but the presentation seems pretty good.
Yeah, this is pretty accurate. That's how he says "our tale of the tape" every single time. That's the when Bruce Buffer says "fighting" like that. It's really stupid, but he does it every time. So I guess good for him. He's got his thing and he sticks to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC.
He probably works more than his brother does at this point.
This man is a striker.
He doesn't need to say "let's get ready to rumble." He just says "it's time."
Is that what he
And
says?
fighting.
Is that his line?
That's
It's
it.
time?
That's it.
Does he have that trademark? So if you say it's
Probably.
time, now we owe them
Yeah,
money?
now we owe him money. That's fair use because we're doing it in the context
right.
of covering this game. No sponsors. He's got his flag.
Yeah. he doesn't need
Croatia
him.
got his back.
Crow Cop.
It's really dumb.
Now,
it's really dumb.
thanks for pointing that out,
Yeah,
because now every
it's
time he
really
says it.
dumb.
Weighing in at 240 pounds. Fighting out of San Jose.
Man, this guy looks mean.
Yeah. This guy is. He's a bad man.
Not look like a man. I want to ask to move on the BART. Hey, can I sit?
Guys,
Can I sit here? You're taking up 2 seats. She didn't blow a kiss, did she?
no. Oh. Oh.
Oh, jeez. Come on, man. Put your hands up. Jeez.
He did. He did. He
Jeez.
recovered. That's,
Oh, it's hurting me. Oh, you're just brutalizing this.
I'll try and get a submission in here so you can kind of see how the submission minigame works. So I am. I need to kind of follow the blue circle around and kind of cover as much of that bar. Yeah, and he's moving. I'm moving the right stick. Theoretically, he's moving a virtual right stick as well.
Yeah.
And if I can cover the thing, and it becomes more, it's easier to cover as the fight drags on. Oh, that's gonna just be it though.
Jeez. I don't think that other guy should be complaining.
Yeah, like,
I had it.
Unless he's complaining about like, dude, you could have stopped that one punch sooner.
Yeah, look at it.
Oh, look at it from that angle, huh?
You really see the head bounce off the mat there.
Yeah. Again, this is on beginner. This defaults to beginner. The AI can put up a pretty good fight, but humans. That's where the real action's at. It's got a online set of features. Kind of a clan type system in there for putting like-minded players
UFC
together.
clan?
Yeah.
Ultimate Fighting Clan.
Yeah. Last time I checked, the servers, even this game's out, they were having some server trouble. Like the ranked matches and other stuff were offline.
They did something. I thought I remember, maybe I'm mistaken, but didn't they do something with people who would drop out or kind of quit, and like you would get the win or something? I thought they had something funny, that was. Man, 100% of his head destroyed.
I hit him in his head a lot.
I thought they did something good, and I can't remember what they did in the last one.
I think you ended up getting the points if they quit.
If they just dropped out.
Yeah.
You can make a guy and do all that stuff. Like they have a career mode for.
Yeah, they've got a title mode, which is like an arcade ladder, and then when you beat that, you unlock that fighter for use in title defense mode, which you just kind of, like it says on the screen, damage taken carries over from fight to fight. So you kind of want to get through 100 fights.
Gee, it's like a rush mode or something, like just take on dudes.
Kinda, yeah. And they give you. Let's see if I can just. Yeah. So they give you goals to accomplish along the way here. You can see I've completed some of these. But I've not been doing a ton of blocking because I've just been dominating dudes so far. So, win with only kicks.
Yeah.
Little kind of sub-achievement things you get points for. Points and stuff can be spent. There's an in-game shop where you can buy stuff for your created fighters and that sort of business. So that's a pretty decent mode. Ultimate Fights lets you kind of relive some existing fights. They put out some DLC already that adds some stuff with this too. Huh. It's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
That they have you kind of redo these things. Mid-fight tasks at that level are always a little more than I'm looking for.
It's all locked up.
Yeah, you have to start probably from
Wow,
these
okay.
and finish these before it'll open up the next tier. Event mode lets you create a whole fight card and take your way through it. You can control as many or as few of the fights as you like.
What's in the shop?
Well, it is in the shop.
Buy some trunks.
Yeah, I think you can buy you might even buy nicknames and stuff for the announcers to call you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Buy a fighter. Can you just purchase that with money?
There is if you bought the limited edition version of the game, you can unlock everything.
Oh wow!
Because of that, there. So yeah, we can get Chuck Liddell.
There doesn't seem like there's any way to change your points into shop points. I don't see any icon for insert money.
No, but if you end up buying the other version of the game, it just gives you everything, I think, off the bat.
Gotcha.
So things you can assign to a fighter, just like as you're creating an intro.
Oh wow! Did they let you preview it at all? Okay.
some of this is stuff that
Yeah.
like came out of the wrestling games. Like Ukes also develops all that stuff.
These
so.
are the nicknames. You don't hear them?
Yeah, it's annoying. The Canadian Cobra.
I want to hear him say. I guess if that's what you pay, right? Pay to
Yeah,
show him.
exactly.
I want to hear him say the piranha. Why are those cheaper?
No, these are ones
Oh,
that
those-
I haven't been able to, that I actually can't even purchase yet. You have to do some stuff to unlock.
become
some.
T-Rex?
You have to unlock them twice, basically. Unlock Ultimate Fight movies
Man, all right. Well, that's some reason to get in there and
for
get
later
some
viewing. Yeah.
Pride cutscenes.
Want to try creating a fighter?
Sure, yeah. Let's see what you got.
See what it looks like here. I haven't really touched this stuff at all yet, so.
Take a picture of your face, put it on dude.
No, I don't. It doesn't do the game face stuff.
Aw.
So. Basic information. What do we got?
Nice. So this is so
Select a
that
name.
this is so they can say it.
Yeah.
Cool. Nope.
It's just never- it's just never-
not gonna be there. See if
Like it's gonna be weirder when one day I open up a game like this and,
And
it
it
is
is?
in there.
Yeah.
That's gonna make me feel even worse.
Sure. See if Davis is in there. That's
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
All right, let's make Ryan Davis. He's probably the best
Yeah, the best suited.
chance we have for this. Let's check Shoemaker. That's not that uncommon. No. All right.
No. Not a common, fighter name.
No. They should let you just sort by show me the Italian names.
Right.
With Ryan. Ryan would be what? He's pretty hardcore. Hollywood. Ryan Hollywood Davis. Shaolin. Ryan Shaolin Davis. Oh, these
Then
are.
we get in all these unlocked ones too.
Oh man, they
The,
started with
the boogeyman. The boogeyman.
the caveman. The
Caveman.
demolition man.
All right.
How old they let you go? That's
go
pretty
to-
old.
Go to mid 40s here. How old's Ryan? I don't even know. It's just-
Yeah,
41.
He's 41.
It's 41 now.
Let's
He's
see where they go.
He's from Latin America. He's from Costa Rica. No, he's from.
What do they? Do they have like California? They can get into. How deep into California can you get?
Fresno. That's how deep I can get. Fresno seems like a good place for an Ultimate Fighter to be from.
All right.
He's fighting out of
Okay.
Rio.
Is that a Florianopolis?
Sure.
Rio. Italy. I like how these are cities we think people would fight out of.
Naples.
That's a pretty rough place. All right.
All right.
Bantamweight.
We can make a Lil Ryan.
These guys don't look like they're changing that much. Oh, I guess once you, geez, that's like 3 feet.
Yeah. So it's the different weight classes will have different maximums in the core stats you see there. So the big guys strength and cardio, but they're not going to have speed and
Right.
footwork. Whereas
Yeah,
the
let's
exact
make a
opposite
little
is
guy.
true.
Let's choose those gloves. Just load those gloves. Getting loose.
He's got a light bounce when you touch gloves. You just don't
Just,
see any
you
of
know.
this stuff. Is that?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's all. They should be able to not show the locked ones.
So yeah, you pick kind of the stances for the different things. What he does when he wins. What he does when he
Right.
enters.
And then his stair descent for pride.
Yeah. It's like, what's the trainer?
Jeez, you really.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is
Your background lighting?
super similar to
All right,
what they
all
do
right.
in
Let's see.
the UFC games. We can test play Demetrius Johnson's entrance music.
Uh-huh. There are a lot of songs on here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Gina wants that. That's not how you want me to remember you.
I'm liking that.
It's pretty ninja-esque.
Yeah.
What is...
Yeah, so you know, you can go kind of nuts with this stuff if you really want to.
All right.
But let's do physical appearance. That's kind of the stuff we're.
Yeah.
Let's quickly look at So style, how he walks around.
Wow. I feel like you kind of have to know a decent amount about MMA
This isn't necessarily
stuff.
gameplay stuff, though. This is like, is he gonna be left-handed or
Well,
right-handed?
not that. I mean, I get the southpaw, that stuff, but it was like the fighter styles. They're named by dudes. Like,
yeah.
Like I don't. Everything maximum. Seems like they give you a pretty decent amount of points here.
It'll go away pretty fast because as you get higher and higher, you see.
Oh, points needed. I gotcha.
Points get. So this is a situation where by creating a fighter just outright, you're not gonna be able to create a fighter that is as awesome as a guy that you would use in career mode. And do they have? Okay, so then you have specific kind of skills for this stuff too. This is all very similar to what they've done in the past. So you can kind of set the special technique moves where, kicks to the head, Superman punches, that sort of stuff.
These are the signature moves?
Yeah, so you can kind of set that from a template if you like. It looks like you can also...
Karate.
You can also just...
Man.
This is... It's deeper than I am probably
willing to go at this
interested
point.
in. Yeah, especially at this point. But let's see what kind of facial hair they got.
Yeah. Things that I care about.
Wait, is hair gonna be? Yeah.
Beard. What do they give you? Is this still your intro music? Or is, oh man. Yeah, that's alright. I like the one above that. Just the big bush. Facial hair. Oh. This is making my stomach turn more than the fighting.
Yeah, me too.
There's something like being able to see all this scraggly hair. Just, you wear that into the ring, you're gonna be in trouble. History. Oh, like your color palette.
Yeah.
You don't write the history for this beard. He is 41. Body hair. Give him some Blanca. No, let's go all the way. Max this out. Oh, that's it? I wish this had a slider. This should just have...
I think it does. I also have a slider.
Oh, yeah. Nice. There you go.
Ugh.
What kind of, let's see the actual top of the head hair, because that's always a video game hair. All right, that's video game hair.
Yeah.
That's about right.
That's kind of crappy, but that's fine. You can set, how they fight when the AI controls them, that sort of stuff. I can purchase a boost.
What does that do?
That means I can spend real life monies to
make them more points.
To get more
Oh,
points.
wow.
So there you go. There's your microtransaction.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not gonna save that, dude.
What? You don't get to hear him say Ryan the Demolition Man Davis.
No.
But gotta pay to get the game to hear that.
Right. Okay, so this is actually gonna make us make a guy anyway, isn't it? For career mode. All right, we're not gonna go. Okay, can we? Yeah. Yes. New roster career. There we go.
Let's just pick a dude off the movies.
I just think that UFC guys need to stop getting stupid tattoos.
I don't know.
Like Brock Lesnar with his sword on his chest. Like,
You don't like that?
just stupid. Just stupid.
Who's that? Mike Goldberg.
That's the guy that's talking. Why are you?
Was he,
I would not trust my Goldberg to guide my career.
Was he not a good fighter?
He's the announcer.
Oh, he was not a fighter. Got kind of a fighter face.
Let's do. I just like light heavyweights. This always seems like it's the most interesting division for me.
Man, some of those guys. One of those guys was started getting up there. He's 41 years old. Man.
I don't know that he fights anymore, though. I'm not sure. There might just be, because they put some kind of classic dudes.
I don't see
here.
anybody in here who's. This guy's kind of young. I don't see anybody.
He's super young. He's also awesome.
I don't see anybody who's like 18 or he's just not ready to die quite yet at 18.
Let's choose Rampage. We haven't seen him yet, so. Oh, so I still get to make some decisions about
What? MMA, right?
about how he fights, right? I want to do back fists and kick guys in the head, so I'm gonna pick kickboxing.
I wonder if people get offended by what's not on here. Like, how come there's no Taekwondo guy?
Where's Cook Sul Wong? Come on. Orthodox. No kidding.
But you're not. You're a kickboxer,
That's
so
right.
skip it.
Oh, this is gonna start with a bunch of tutorials, huh?
You must be able to skip this now.
Once the tutorial skill tests are complete, select this and continue the difficulty test. All right, so there's a career mode,
Yeah.
let's say. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty similar to the last couple of games. So, on some level, it's probably best suited for people that really like those games and would benefit from a roster update and some changes and stuff like that. Like the changes they are making to the game seem smart. So, if you like the first one, skip the second one, and maybe it's a good time to come back. But like I said, the tutorial in this is really strong. So, if this is a sort of thing that appeals to you, the UFC in general. I think that Ukes and THQ have continued to do right by the sport and have done a pretty good job putting this game together. So,
and would you say previously the online stuff is pretty strong community out there? People like these games. There are people to fight against.
They do, and that's having the fight camp stuff in there, and all that sort. It's down right now, so we actually can't show it.
But I remember this when these came out. People really liked them, and it seemed like the online stuff was.
Yeah, the online stuff was huge.
Popular.
There's some stuff where you'd have like people using creative fighters to create people that had unrealistic stats that you wouldn't be able to get any other way, and that was causing some problems. But it seems like they've fixed some of that stuff in the previous games, and hopefully that stuff is carried over into this one. I don't really know for sure because
you can buy a season
still
pass,
pretty early going. Yeah. If you want to get all the fighters and other stuff they're going to release, you can buy a season pass.
Oh wow! You can earn secret nicknames too.
Secret nicknames.
Yeah, secret nicknames.
Damn.
Nobody will ever know it.
Yeah. So that's UFC Undisputed 3, Vinny.
Thanks, Jeff. This is out now.
This is out now.
Cool. Undisputed.
I'm not disputing the fact that it is out now. Are you? Because I will pin you to the ground and
oh no!
shove a forearm into your face.
I like my eyebrows. Don't make them bleed.
All right,